Welcome back to Definitely Not Definitive. I'm Ken.
And I'm Bethany.
And we're just a fired up couple in love that loves reacting to some Five Nights at Freddy's. Five Nights at Freddy's is something that we covered in October for we did a lot of spooky stuff, right?
And it's spooky.
Yeah, and it was spooky and it kind of hooked us a little bit, and the community's been really great about embracing us, and so we did the Security Breach trailer last month, and so now we've been told to check out some the Voicelines from, I think it's Ultimate Custom Night or whatever. I guess that was a good way to get to know the characters a little bit more. Someone suggested that, and it got a bunch of thumbs up from the community. Nice. So we want to take recommendations and suggestions from you all. And if you want more Five Nights at Freddy's, our reactions, go ahead and check out the description of this video. We got a playlist there for you.
I'm just gearing up because I know it's gonna be scary.
Never underestimate the cunning of a pirate. Or a fox, for that matter.
True.
Now I get to play take apart and put back together. You won't feel a thing.
That is terrifying. The Foxy one wasn't terrifying. That one was. Oh, this one.
The others are like animals, but I am very aware.
Look like Saw too.
Mm-hmm. Jigsaw.
Yeah.
I was the first. I have seen everything.
Scary.
Okay, Freddy.
Please deposit 5 coins. Please deposit 5 coins. Please deposit 5 coins. Please deposit 5 coins. Please deposit. Please deposit.
Please deposit 5.
He's gonna murder us.
I know! Alright, this is a scary version of
Performance
Foxy.
was demanded of me, and now I have delivered. Encore!
What?
You hear that? It's the sweet, sweet sound of your eternal silence.
Oh God.
Thanks. That one wasn't the freakiest.
It will all be over soon.
That was so creepy.
Come closer. Help me count my teeth.
That reminds me of It.
Yeah, Pennywise for sure.
I found my guitar, now reach for the stars as I plunge it through your heart.
Oh God.
What did you think of my act? I don't get out much, so you'll have to forgive my enthusiasm.
Oh, I like Corbell.
I bet you weren't expecting me, were ya? Turn your back for 1 second and I'm like, was you? Ninja skills.
That was cute. What?
Let me put you back together, then take you apart all over again.
No thanks.
Wow.
Come closer. Help me count my teeth. You knew I'd get you eventually.
Dance.
Oh my God.
I'm sorry, but there was never enough room on this stage for both of us. It's time to take your final bow.
Withered.
Yeah.
Body? Oh man.
I may see my face, but here I could see stars. Time to face the consequences of your fate.
Let me show you how to break your face and look like me.
Oh my God.
Oh, the eyes rolling back.
First, I have seen everything.
Oh.
This one. No. No, just no.
Oh.
Let's taste death again and again and again.
That was cool, Dan. It just creeps me out every single time. Every single time.
My friend, you have met a terrible, terrible demise. But, I don't feel too bad about it. After all, if it weren't from me, it would have just been from someone else, you know? I guess what I'm trying to say is life goes on. Well, for everyone else, life goes on. Not for you, you're dead. That's neither here nor there. It reminds me of one summer day in the park. I was having just a delightful picnic with my good friend Orville. And I said to him, Orville, I have a story. And he said to me, what's the significance of the story? And I said to him, Orville, not every story has to have significance, you know? Sometimes a story is just a story. If you try to read into every little thing and find meaning in everything anyone says, you'll just drive yourself crazy. I had a friend do it once. Wasn't pretty. We talked about it for years. And not only that, but you'll likely end up believing something you shouldn't believe, and thinking something you shouldn't think, or assuming something you shouldn't assume, you know? Sometimes, I said, a story is just a story. So just be quiet for 1 second of your life and eat your sandwich, okay? Of course, it was only then I realized I made sandwiches, and poor Orville was having such difficulty eating it. Elephants have those clumsy hands, you know? Actually, I suppose that's the problem. They don't have hands at all, do they? They're all feet. I couldn't imagine someone asking me to eat a sandwich with my feet. Now, if I recall correctly, there was a bakery nearby. I said to him, Orville, let me go get you some rye bread. Now, I'm unsure if elephants enjoy rye bread, but I assure you that Orville does. Now, this was on a Tuesday, which was good because rye bread was always fresh on Tuesday. They made sourdough bread on Monday and threw it out Wednesday, or rather they sold it at a discount for people wanting to feed the ducks, and then probably at the end of the day, finally they threw it all out. I don't recall. I do remember a man who would bring his son to the bakery every Wednesday and go feed the ducks. He would buy all of the sourdough bread. Of course, you're not supposed to feed the ducks sourdough bread at all. It swells up in their stomach and then they all die.
Oh, wow.
At least that's what I've heard. I never saw any ducks die myself, but I did notice a substantial decrease in the duck population over the course of a few years. I just never thought to stop the man and tell him that he was killing the ducks by feeding them sourdough bread. And if you want my opinion on the matter, and I told Orville this as well, if you want to feed ducks, or birds, or any kind for that matter, it's best to buy seed. I mean, when you think about it, breads of any sort don't occur in nature. They don't grow on trees or spring up from the bushes. I don't think birds know what to do with bread. What was I saying? Oh, yes. So I bought Orville some rye bread. What a fine day it was.
There's a creepy ending to it. Fitting, I guess. So I think out of all those, Lefty was the one that creeped me out the most. Like every single time that like the whispering came on, it just sent chills down my spine in a way that was, like I said, super unsettling.
I think for me it was the marionette.
That was number 2. That was my number 2 with the bullet, for sure.
Yeah, and I love the creativity of what they've done with this, because the juxtaposition of children's toys turned into something sort of like demonically possessed and murderous is so unsettling.
Yeah, it's the evolution of Chucky, basically. You know, with the doll, but now it's these animatronics, and I guess one of the things that also appeals to me is because I grew up on with Chuck E. Cheese, and going to those. So even at the time, those kind of like animatronic things creeped me out, and there's something kind of a little bit unsettling about them. So this just seems like make a horror game out of that one.
Definitely one I want us to play at some point.
Yes, in the future, I think that maybe like we'll have to probably we got a lot of games on our gaming list right now. Not as big as our request list for reactions, but it's still getting up there. Probably want to react to the story up until Security Breach, and then just play Security Breach because I really want to play Security Breach. Like that was a trailer that I was most excited about.
For sure.
And was updated, and I know I mean, obviously, if you're a fan of the series, we're probably missing out on a lot by not having played like all the other games. But sometimes you gotta, there's only so much time in the day. You gotta pick and choose what you're gonna do. So that's where we're leaning towards right now. So thanks so much for checking out our reaction for Ultimate Custom Night Voicelines, Five Nights at Freddy's, which is keep in mind.
That our reaction is definitely not definitive.